Look at the size of that turbo.
Yeah, 4-inch stainless steel right the way through to the back. Eventually I would like 1,000 horsepower out of it.
I'm going to do the pods. From Brum, we're back at the garage. Right, can you guess what's under here? So remember the S13 that I bought to strip for the Datsun? Well, this is the same car. Fabio here. So he bought the shell, and ever since he's been working flat out on this. So while I was working on the Datsun, he was working on this. While I was working on the RS, he's been working on this, and this is how far he's got. Look at this. And this is what needed to happen as well. I just wanted parts off it, and it was just nice and easy for us to get all the bits off one car. But I'm so pleased that it's went to a good home. He's rebuilt it into this, so he's got it arched. So what we got here?
So, fuel pumps.
Right,
Fuel tank.
2 fuel pumps.
Yeah, 3 fuel pumps. There's one here that comes out the main tank, primes the swirl pots.
Right.
And then the swirl pots go to the engine.
Yeah.
One for each bank of the engine. And you've got a fuel tank, methanol. So there's a methanol pump, power steering pump, vacuum pump for the brake servos.
What's that tank?
It's just screen wash that, just relocating it from the bonnet into the back.
Right.
Try and move some weight back and over the rear axle. Brake servos. So we've got one for the rear and one for the front. Everything's on a separate system.
I see you haven't went too overkill on the fire extinguisher.
No.
Overkill on everything else, but like...
There's a good story with that fire extinguisher. One day when I was drilling underneath to put a riv nut in, I drilled through and grabbed the carpet. So the fire extinguisher's hiding a hole. Ah,
nicely positioned.
In
what's in that black box there?
Speakers.
Oh, you got some spackers in there?
Yeah.
And did you weld all this cage up yourself?
Yeah, I've done everything so far. I've had a little bit of help off 2 mates, but other than that, I've done everything. Cage, it's been completely stripped back to bare metal inside, repainted inside and out. Carpeted, sound deadened all the way through.
So now we need to see why he's done all this. So he's put a different arch kit on it as well, and it's got different wheels on as well, because I kept all that. But very similar.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Yours was a Rocket Bunny V1 kit, I believe.
Yeah.
This is the last.
Right. Before we go anywhere else, look at the size of that turbo. I mean, that is a massive turbo in anybody's book, you know. Is that a 4-inch pipe?
4-inch, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, 4-inch stainless steel right the way through to the back, which was nice and fun squeezing it amongst all the...
I bet it was.
You'll see when it gets up in the air how fun it actually was.
Yeah. It seems like kind of almost under-filtered. It feels like it should have a much bigger filter on for a turbo that size.
I haven't got the room
You haven't? It's all you can do, isn't it?
Yeah.
A couple of screamers.
Yeah. VQ35.
Why 2 screamers?
Because it's a V engine, so both sides have their own screamer, both sides of the V do.
Right, so it's not an individual turbo, it's individual bank.
Yeah, individual banks, because the turbo is twin scroll, so the banks don't meet until they're in the turbo, which at that point it's too late to...
Right, and then motor?
3.5 litre V6 out of a 350Z. So it's the VQ35 HR.
And is it standard?
Yeah, the engine's standard apart from intake manifold and heads have imported.
Right. Intake manifold, custom made?
Custom made, yeah.
By Complete Engineering?
Yeah, by one of their lads. It's got radium fuel rails on it, 1050 injectors, methanol injection, forged fuel pressure regulator, tile gates on it.
What sort of power are you expecting out of this then? Because obviously it's here now.
So the bottom end of the engine will do 750. I'll probably only go to 6 to keep it safe, and then the only really restricting part is the rods.
Right.
Eventually, I would like 1,000 horsepower out of it.
But you have to do some bottom end work.
Yeah, bottom end work for it.
For that. All the tanks are nice. Are these bought in or made?
Bought in. Some of them. Some of them are made. Some of them are bought in.
Who did all the work on the inlet?
So that was all Nathan.
Aye.
He did all the TIG welding on the inlet. Rudy did all the exhaust manifold and turbo kit. We did that in 8 nights after work.
Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work,
It does, yeah. You use people's skills. That's if you're in doing car projects, I highly recommend if somebody's better at something than you
so,
do it.
What do you think of that? I'm super impressed. This is Fabio. I'm going to shake your hand, mate. Well done. It's nice to see. Nice to see. I'm really pleased I sold you it. Yeah, I am.
I bet you weren't expecting it when you sold it.
Well, I knew you were going to do something with it, and you know, it's.
It's gone for good use.
Yeah, you've done a good job of it, and you've done it quickly. You've been right on it, haven't you? So
it's about a year and 4 months since I bought it off you.
Is it?
Around about that.
Yeah, that makes about. Yeah, you've done all right. Done well. I didn't notice an intercooler.
Yeah, 4-inch intercooler. It's a big girl, like.
What have you done suspension-wise?
There's some BC coilovers.
Yeah.
Driftworks arms and knuckles all the way around.
Yeah.
Brakes are 350Z Fair Lady brakes.
Back axle.
Back axle. It's got a R33 GTST subframe in it.
Yeah.
With the highest elite 350Z diff in it, so the limited slip diff. Driftworks arms all the way around, white line anti-roll bars.
And is it running yet, or?
No, not yet. That's up to Mr. Jonathan himself.
Yeah.
It's got a 8 HP swapping it out of BMW, so mine and the V8 Subaru next door, very similar gearboxes.
So what's the gearbox out of?
It's out of an M140, this one.
Two pals, both building cars together, helping each other build them and that. That's a V8 BMW supercharged. This is a V6 Nissan turbocharged. I like. Which do you think's the best build?
Fair question. It's a fair question.
Oh, Jonathan says the Escort. He says the Escort's the best build. I would have to go with this. Yeah.
This is a lot further on than Rudy's is, though.
Yeah, but I think this, I don't think that's ever going to get this far.
I don't think he wants it to go this far.
No, you've took it about as far as you can go, haven't you?
Yeah.
Alright, decent. Right, I'm going to go and do some work. I'm going to do the pods. Jonathan's made these, so those are the bolts. Sorry, the nuts for the hinges, for holding the hinges on. So these are gonna. And those little pegs there are just screwing in because we're going to use them for pushing through fiberglass, because these will be in the kit so that you don't have to mess on with your bracket or anything. It'll all be done for you, so you just literally have to bolt the bonnet up rather than sorting out where the hinges go and, you know, making it all fit. So that goes in there, that's getting glassed into there, and then the plastic bit here keeps the nuts from spinning, so same there. So I want to fiberglass these in, so if I put that in, that means we can't get at them bolts, so that's why we've had to do that. But it's better anyway, because you know, it saves you messing on having to do it yourself in the kit. So that's what I'm doing today. I've been at work this morning tattooing, and now it's time to play with cars. Strangely satisfying. One thing that's happened though, those plastic pegs don't come right the way through them, so we can't unscrew them. We're going to have to fucking drill them out. Plastic pegs that push through the hole haven't come through the bottom because it's too thick.
Allen heads in, like, push an Allen key and then screw.
Probably full of fiberglass now though, because I pushed them through the fiberglass.
Ah, did you?
Aye. And so we're going to have to drill them out.
Daft cunt.
Right, so that's both them glassed in and set. I've just glued this bit of filler card on there so that I can bond it from there. I'm going to, fiberglass from the back with glass matting, because that corner's broke off, so I'm going to fix that corner as well. And then once I have these 3 pieces done, as far as shaping's concerned, we're there. Right, so we've glassed those in. Obviously that's holding them in as well, so that's what they're secured in with. I've ground that off, sander, and 40 gritted up to there, so now I've got some filler ready and get a skim into there. Right, so that's the first rub on those. They're not going to need a lot more. There's a couple of little pinholes, but just like there, but most of it's, I need to sort that bit out as well. I need to get underneath because I've got a bit of work to do there, so there's still a little bit of rubbing to do, but I need to clean them out as well because the fiberglass kind of made a bit of a mess inside there. It's easy enough done. It's went in quite well really. I haven't had to fill it as far as I thought I would, because I was able to get them, once they were bonded in, I was able to take the front of it off to make it a lot more flush than it was. Yeah, so I'm just trying to talk Jonathan into coming in for his Sunday shift tomorrow, and then I can get a bit further on, but that's another job done. I think it looks loads better with them blended in. Say bye for now. Say bye, Jonathan.
Bye.
Alright, thanks for watching, pressing buttons and stuff, and we'll hopefully I'll be back tomorrow.